Welcome everyone to your final match analysis of the league season. Glasgow 3, Sheffield 2. You know what? I was expecting it and I'm not disappointed at all. Do you know why? Because the game, apart from finishing third, it means absolutely nothing. Okay, so I didn't watch the game today because I'm saving up my money for next week's playoff games, which is now confirmed to be either against Guildford or Manchester. And to be honest, I think we're going to end up playing Guildford. But this game just really didn't mean anything to either team. You know, even if Glasgow had won, which they did, they weren't going above Coventry. And if we had won, we would have gone above Nottingham, but we didn't. So the game literally had no meaning to it, but just the last game of hockey in the league season. With us finishing fourth, however, it does sadly mean this is now Aaron Fox's worst finish as Steelers coach. Not going to lie, it is a bit disappointing knowing all of the expectations we had in the summer for that to happen. But we're now back going into the games that matter more in the style of the playoffs. And to be honest, I can't see us winning the playoffs. So, first period, I was watching young Sheldon and keeping up to date on Flash Score. Gotta say, we were the better team. I checked the shot count and we were leading the shot count 4-14. So, yet again, we were the better team, but we weren't really finding the goal scoring chances. Second period, Glasgow were 1-0 up, and into the third period, Glasgow were 2-0 up. We came back to obviously make it 2-2. What does disappoint me a lot about this game is how we had an open goal near the end of regulation and we just couldn't score in it. If we had scored in that empty net, we would have won the game and gone above Nottingham and gone into third place. But it's just disappointing that we couldn't get the job done there. Instead, we go to overtime and Mitchell Hurd takes a penalty and Glasgow win in overtime. And I think that's the first time in a long time where we have not won in Glasgow for the entirety of the season. It's the only place apart from Belfast where we have not won. Everywhere else we've picked up a win. Glasgow and Belfast are the only places we did not. But yeah, the league season's now over. We've played all 54 games. We're now going into the playoffs. And all I've got to say is show your passion in the playoff quarterfinals. The entire league, including some Steelers fans, they seem to say like, oh, we're not going to make the playoff semi-finals, we'll be lucky to make it. We just go out there on the ice and show the fans that we can go to the playoff semi-final. Because the first game of the quarterfinals is away. We're playing away in the first leg. And as we know, in the Challenge Cup semi-final, that proved to be a bit difficult. So we need to make sure that we have a good first away game. Guildford away is always interesting. Manchester away is always interesting. They're two fairly difficult places to play away in. So you need to make sure that you get a good game out of the first one. I don't want to be going to the second leg on Sunday absolutely shitting myself for what's going to happen in the second leg. All I've got to say is I just want something to be happy about. This Steelers side can win a trophy. Yes, if you come up against Nottingham, Cardiff or Belfast in the semi-final, you've got a really good chance that you're going to go out. But you've got just as equal chance as they have of going through. What you've got to do, get through the quarters. Guys, I don't want to say this, but you've got to be prepared. Cheer the boys on next week, because it could well be the last time we see them this season, because we could be chucked into the off-season this time next week. This time next week, I could be sat here giving you guys the final match vlog of the season. I don't want to do that. But that is a possibility. Give the players some support, give them passion, give them pride. Wear the orange, do an orange out again. Let's give them everything we've got. I hope you guys have had a happy Easter. Let me know what you thought of the game. It's been a short match analysis, but there's really not much to say. But guess what? It's time for the playoffs. Aw, end of season. Let's go.